All right, we're back. We are continuing on with the childhood tessellation. Here is our 2 by 2 fold map. And what you can see is I've got a grid of 16 by 16 folded into my sheet of origami paper here. So this is a tighter grid, and this is a little bit more complex of a fold map. So make sure you take some time to be really accurate with whatever you're going to use to be your bone folder, whether it's an actual bone folder or perhaps a knife, butter knife. Both of those should work just fine. I would also, again, highly recommend that you do spend the time to mark up your paper. This is really going to help you make it much easier to start. Okay, as we did previously, I'm going to start with just pre-folding here. And so I'm going to start, I think, with the mountains this time, spending a little bit of time folding the paper where I've already put those creases in with my bone folder. As I mentioned in the single molecule video, as you scale up, there's definitely more paper wrangling here. So be patient with yourself. Know that it takes time to learn how to do these, and you get to go at your own pace. One of the things we're going to be doing is we've got a whole bunch of these for you guys to play with. And you might start one and try it and it doesn't work out, and you might shift to another one, or you might try it again. I will tell you, I've done these many, many times. Each time they get better. So it does take time to develop your kind of fine motor skills in following these fold maps. All right, I'm working my way around the paper here. Again, just pre-folding all of my mountain, so all those red lines that you see on the paper. By doing this, it's just going to help the paper to pop up much more easily. Recognize this one because you've got a grid of 16ths or 16 by 16 squares. It does take more time to get ready for this one. I think as some of you said, maybe it was me, I'm not really sure. This can be something you can work on. Maybe if you're interested, certainly not homework, but if you're interested, you can work on this outside of class. Maybe be watching a movie, folding some paper. There is that really joyous moment when you get it and everything pops. And all that work is worthwhile. It's also kind of a nice, you can get a little bit of a Zen moment going if you're working on this paper, maybe without a movie. Okay, so all my mountains are in there. I'm going to come in just for my valleys. But they're valleys. So notice I flipped the paper over at this point. That's simply because sometimes it's easier to fold the mountains. So I'm just taking my time getting these guys, have that memory. Okay, I'm simply going to start over here with this guy. This is also where, so I'm grabbing this corner right there. This is also where these clips continue to come in handy. So you can see I've had them here on the side. I can actually go ahead and clip him in. And also notice I'm not clipping below that blue line. Okay, going to move over to these two. These actually can kind of come together a little bit. You'll notice this is popping here. I'm just going to press down while these guys come up. Perfect. Use my clips as an extra set of fingers to hold. You can see there's some tension in the paper now. So that's something to kind of like watch and keep an eye on as you're kind of working your way around here. Some of these outer ones are really helpful. If you just have a paper clip at home, you can also do this with a paper clip. Maybe you don't have as many binder clips sitting around as I do. In the middle here, I'm just trying to pop those triangles without popping my valley lines. I think what you don't see sometimes is my fingers underneath pushing up in certain areas and down in others. Did I mention the complexities going up with these? For sure. So what I'm doing here is I grab my bone folder. It's just kind of hoping those valleys stay down where they need to stay down. See these guys maybe coming from underneath. Just a little bit. Again, there's some tension as I'm working my way around the paper. So unlike the cube or the bricks tessellation, where I'm ignoring some other parts of the tessellation, here there's a lot of working all together, especially because these are so interconnected. I'll work this last triangle over here. So we're getting pretty close. This is a great time, and this is where I'm happy to flip the paper over. So I've got these guys pinched and these guys pinched, but I can tell things don't feel 100% right here. And so this is where, when I can look on the backside, I can see some things that I might not get to see so clearly on this side. So this right here is a great example of that. This needs to be like a nice clean square, and we're really missing that corner there. I'm just going to take a moment. I'm going to support it with my finger underneath, but also going to push here. You can see that square start to clean up a little bit. Do the same on this one. Again, just cleaning up. I want to make sure we get those nice clean squares so you can see all those edges really well. It's looking better. I'm going to check on the flip side. It's looking pretty good. So there you go. Pulling those clips off temporarily, but you can see our 2x2 childhood tessellation. In comparison to the 1x1, or the 1x1, the single unit, there you go.